Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on Arrow Season 7, but also just Arrow in general, because some really surprising news came out now. Obviously, if you look at me, you might be going, Pagey, you're not looking the best. It's because I literally woke up maybe like 20 minutes ago, so it's this newly awoken Pagey that you're looking at. But some really surprising news. So, as you can tell from the title, Felicity is leaving Arrow. Not at the end of Season 8, because everyone's leaving Arrow at the end of Season 8, because that's when it's ending. She's leaving at the end of Season 7. Yeah, okay, and honestly, and I'll just get this off the bat now, this right here is more shocking and more surprising than Arrow ending in Season 8, because I was saying that Arrow Season 8 could have ended in Arrow could have ended in Season 8 if it wanted to, like it would have led up to it if they wanted to do it. The most surprising thing with Arrow and its ending announcement was that it was only having a 10-episode run. That was the surprising bit about that. I didn't say that it ending was like a shock. I just said it was more surprising, and the whole surprise factor, was sort of mixed in with the fact that it was only 10 episodes, and one episode of that most likely being a crossover episode. So if you can hear dogs barking, they just love to bark at this time of the day. But this completely caught me just off guard. I'm pretty sure it would have caught everyone off guard. I don't think anyone was expecting this, because why would the leading lady of Arrow leave before its final season? So it's sort of confusing. And then it's meant to tie in, we'll get into the specifics of it and maybe some issues they'll face with this. And it's sort of surprising that maybe she was allowed to be let go. But we'll jump to the article. So I'm just reading this from TV Line. I'll leave the link to the article in the description down below if you're interested. Actually, no, screw it. Read off IGN. But I'll leave... screw it. Just read off IGN because it's better here. But essentially, Emily Bett Rickards, who plays Felicity, put this on Instagram. It was like a collage. I think there's 5 or 6 different images of different versions of Felicity throughout the years. And she wrote this. She wrote, "The time has come to talk of many memes of both..." Is that seriously what she wrote? Anyway, whatever. That sounds like something I would write. Anyway, "The time has come to talk of many memes, of bows and arrows and superheroes and Felicity and queens, and why TGA is so damn hot. And yes, canaries need more scenes. But wait, just 1 minute before we go and do all that, for this makes me out of breath. To have this not small chat." Is this English? Anyway, "Felicity and I are a very tight two, but after 1 through 7, we will be saying goodbye." I feel like IGN has screwed up her thing. Oh, sorry, I have to actually just check. I know this is unprofessional, but I feel like, unless Emily was drunk when she wrote this, but it just feels like this isn't English. Let me just go to her. I'll just read straight from her Instagram, because I don't know. Okay, she wrote, "The time has come to talk of many memes, of bows and arrows and superheroes and Felicity and queens, and why TGA is so damn hot. And yes, canaries need more scenes. But wait just 1 minute before we go and do all that, for this makes me out of breath to have this not small chat. Felicity and I are a very tight two, but after 1 through I think I'm to say after seasons 1 through 7, anyway, we'll be saying goodbye to you. I thank you all for all the time we've shared, the elevators we have climbed, the monsters we have faced and scared, and the burgers we have dined. I will keep her in my heart for always, and I hope that you can too, because she would not be alive if it weren't for all of you." So is this meant to be like a poem? I think it's meant to be like a poem. Anyway, love, Felicity and me. So, and I'll put up the little collage of Felicity pictures that she put up. So it's basically just normal Felicity, and then flashback goth Felicity. Is that what we're calling her? Anyway, so that was put up by her. Just let me go back to the top of here. And then Warner Brothers Television and the CW also confirmed the news, so it wasn't because that's the issue. I think it was in Colton Haynes said he was leaving, there was he said his statement, and there was nothing wrong with his statement, but there was no actual confirmation from anywhere else for a while. So people were wondering if he meant he was leaving the show completely, or if it was just until the end of the season, he was coming back, and he was just taking a bit of a break. There was confusion around that. But WB and, as I said, WB Television and CW have confirmed the news, and executive producers Greg Berlanti and Beth Schwartz released this statement. "We've had the pleasure of working with Emily since season 1, and in those past 7 years, she has brought one of TV's most beloved characters to life, and although we're heartbroken to see both Emily and Felicity leave the show, we're completely supportive of Emily and her future endeavors. She will always have a family at Arrow." So, as I said, this whole thing is surprising. Now, for those wondering, Stephen Amell, who plays Oliver Queen, posted a thing on his Instagram story, And basically, I think he basically just put Felicity, Emily Bett Ricard's thing from her story in there, and then put down the bottom, I need until Monday. Oh, what he wrote here, he goes, I need until Monday. For now, I love you. That's all he wrote. So I'm guessing he'll release a video on his Facebook maybe, or maybe something more specific on Instagram, like he did with when Arrow, it was announced that Arrow was ending, and he had to sort of explain the whole situation and why it was ending, and it was because he wanted to go do other things and stuff like that. Obviously, if we go through his her Instagram posts, like basically most of the Arrow cast, or fellow Arrowverse actors have wrote stuff in regards to the comments. Like Colton Haynes wrote, "You will be missed, my love. So happy this journey brought us together." Juliana Carter wrote, "This is amazing, love you so much." And then just a lot of emojis. Catherine McNamara, who plays Mia, wrote, "Well said, Mama Smoke." Wonder if they'll trigger the actual, whatever her name is, the actual actress that plays Mama Donna Smoke. And just, yeah, a lot of stuff like that. Now, this is very surprising because there's a big thing with Felicity this season. She's pregnant. And I've seen some people saying, oh, that's what the season finale will be. She'll give birth in that that house that we saw in, not last episode, the episode before, the Star City 2040 episode. So she gives birth to Mia there, Oliver's with her, and that'll be the season finale, and then something happens after that. However, as I've said before, if Felicity was to give birth before this season ended, just in a chronological standpoint, it would have to be some sort of demonic demon baby, and Mia is like literally, Beelzebub, or like the next coming of Christ, because a baby isn't born that quick, unless it's going to not live. So, just me thinking logically, that's not gonna be how it works unless they flash forward and then she gives birth. Then, I think, if anything, they might have filmed stuff with that hut stuff that they can use next season if Emily's not going to come back to Arrow at all to finish off the show. I'd like to think she'd come back for one episode next season to either do an extensive version of that or just in some other way, be there. But I think this confirms one thing, or at least it definitely gives a suggestion that's going to confirm one thing, and that's that Felicity will probably die in the flash forwards. And it could drive Mia forward, but it does seem that that's maybe what's going to happen there. Because she's leaving, because they'll do the flash, because the flash forwards are going to be in next season. If you didn't know, as long as Arrow's on, there will be flash forwards. So the flash forwards are going to be there next season. But if Emily's leaving at the end of this season, she won't be able to take any part in that. So you'd have to think they might kill her off in the future in this season, or at least do something that just ends her story there. But I am interested to see how they're going to write her off at the end of this season. Are they just going to make it that, like, Star City goes, sorry if my phone goes off, that, like, Star City just goes to crap, and Oliver's like, look, Felicity, mate, you're going to have to, which is weird because Felicity's been there for such weird things, but I guess now she's pregnant. So maybe, like, the last X amount of months of her pregnancy, Oliver's like, you have to go away, you have to leave Star City, and that's when she goes to, was it Bloomfield? I think that's what the town was called, Bloomfield, where that house was, where her and Mia end up growing up. She's sent there. It's maybe got like the Archer program around it, so it's a bit more secure and stuff like that. But this definitely does put like a spanner in the works, or it does put like it might disrupt things for how they want to go. But I am interested to see how they go and just finish it all off with Felicity, because Felicity has been a character that's was loved at the beginning by most. Then she went down this hole where the character was borderline extremely unlikable, and she had a resurgence. Like, they really redeemed the Felicity character. Like, if you still just like her, fair enough, but I think for the common audience member that was disgruntled with the character and just frustrated with her throughout mainly season 4 but also season 3, I think where she is now, there's not too much to complain about. People will probably say in the comments, no, you're wrong, but for me personally, Felicity was redeemed because they actually gave her like some focus and actually cared about what the character is doing, rather than her being basically the computer girl and the love interest. That's still a thing now, but I feel like they've just added some depth to the character, or at least attempted to give some depth and mingled her with other characters, rather than just trying to keep her as Oliver's third foot, essentially. So, she had a good run. As I said, this is more surprising and shocking than the actual announcement that Arrow was ending, because you just think she'd stay on till the end. But I don't know what Emily's doing. I did see some people questioning that. I don't think she's made an announcement. I think it's more focusing on the history of, or the celebration of Felicity as a character, rather than saying what she's doing next. Maybe she got a film role and she can't do next season. Maybe she got another TV role, and it was just like, well, this is big. It's a main role on a big show or something, and you know, something like that. I'm guessing something came up, like another opportunity, and that's why she felt it was the time to leave Arrow. Because, and also she might not feel that Felicity would be that important to what's ending next season. But it's going to be weird. As I said, I'd be shocked if she didn't come back for at least one episode next season. But it is going to be weird not having Felicity there. Even if you love her or hate her, it is just going to be weird not having her there. It's almost like when any like Captain Lance's, you've sensed Captain Lance's absence this season, and he wasn't like a main character, you know. So imagine Felicity where she's interacting with Oliver all this time and other characters, and she's just not there. So yeah, I'm interested to see how they're going to end off the show, or end off her story on the show. But as I said, it's probably going to be that, you know, she needs to go to that cabin in the woods or a cabin in Bloomfield, and that's where she's going to be. And there might be like emails sent, or like Oliver will just reference being on the phone with Felicity at certain points or something like that. But yeah. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know your various opinions on Felicity leaving Arrow. Were you shocked and surprised? As I said, I was more shocked and surprised than I was with the actual announcement that Arrow was ending. But yeah, and just let me know your various thoughts down there. Maybe leave your favorite Felicity moments in the comment section down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, that's about it. I'll catch you guys later. I did upload a video about 3 hours ago, I think it was, if you want to go check that out. But yeah, until my next video, I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.